Hello, folks. A very good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to whomever been watching in different time period. I literally welcome you all to this another video session. So, in this video session, we'll be having some basic understanding regarding what actually Linux is and how actually it been working in the field of cybersecurity. Okay, so those all things we'll be discussing in detail. So before proceeding regarding those things, before proceeding about the commands which is basically been used, we'll be having some basic understanding regarding this, and you will be getting all the things regarding how actually it works, right? So basically, if you are new to this channel, please do a subscription and share the channel, like the channel as soon as possible for getting the latest update. And the first command which basically been used is ls command. So list ls, or we can say list the following directory which are being available in the field in the file, such that we'll be getting all the list of files which are being listed in the windows of linux. So here you can see the list of files which are being available, and ls command which is basically been used to enlist the loose list of files which are been in the file systems. Okay, so once we get into the file, we need to go inside any file, we can say the directory in which we are been working, and we need to go to any of the directory. So we need to use the command known as cd uh, desktop. Okay, or we can say documents. Okay, so let us correct the spelling. Documents. Okay, so once we get into this, we'll be moving to this document file. Okay, so cd command basically been used to move from one file to another file, or you can say moving from one folder to another folder. Okay, just by double clicking, right? So in this way we can move from one folder to another folder just by command prompt. Okay, so then after we have a command known as uh, list command. Then after cd command, then we have mkdir. Okay, so mkdir fis. Okay, or we can say mkdir fis. So this command basically used to have a creation in the file. Okay, so this command basically used to create any kind of file, or you can say folder. Okay, so creating folder file exists. Okay, cannot create directory fis. Okay, so we cannot create a folder, or we cannot even create a folder like in the directory, we can even say that. Okay, so once we get into that, we'll be having a clear understanding regarding uh, the things which are being basically used. Okay, so we have another command known as ls. Let me move out from this. Okay, once again we have to move from one, we have moved from desktop to documents, and after documents to again to root. This is how the cd command basically been used, and list command we have discussed. Then after we have also we have command known as pwd. Pwd basically been used to print the current working directory. Okay, so let me type pwd. Okay, so pwd is just for the command which basically used for print the current working directory. Then after cd command which basically used to create we can say we can say root file. Okay, cd basically changes the document, and ls command basically used to list the files and the directories in the current location. Okay, so then after we have mkdir command. Let me create this in the root itself. We can say gib. Okay, so we have a gib. We have created a gib folder in the root itself. Let me show that gib folder to you. So here you can see a gib folder has been created. Okay, let me move inside that gib folder through cd command. Okay, so I have moved inside gib command. Okay, so in this gib command we can create that gib command, or you can say just by the command known as mkdir. Then after we have to remove this. Okay, so once we get into this, let me move to again. So we have to remove this zibig command or a gib folder from the desktop. So we have a command known as rm.gib. Through this we cannot remove in the, so okay, so we cannot remove zip. Okay, is a directory, so it becomes a directory, right? So for removing any directory, we cannot we can have another command which basically been used. Okay, so we can move this. Okay, we can move this gib to downloads. For that we can have this like move gib. So this also we cannot do that. So basically move command is basically used for some other directories. So let me go to downloads, or you can say documents. Let me go to documents. So inside documents, if I create a directory mkdir hip ls, see we can have fish and gip, both of this we have, right? So we have to remove any of this. Then after hip, see we cannot remove is a directory, so we cannot remove this. So what to do? So removing a file or directory uses is a cause, right? So for an example, rm removes the unwanted file, right? So just like how we basically have different command to remove, but if I create a file, okay, let me show the list of files which are been available here. One is fish and gip. So let me move inside fish cd fish. So I have moved into fish. Then after I have to create any text file. So any text file or any kind of extension file which basically creates, or you can say create an empty file. So we have touch my dot txt. So I have created a file. Okay, let me list that. So we have text file. So I can remove this text file to rm. Okay, see, great. So you cannot be seeing any file now. See. So this is how actually Linux been working, folks. So these are the different commands which basically been executed. Okay, so for an example, display the content of a file. For example, let me go to let me create another file, and to show you and to make you understand regarding the things. And this is the basic, folks. Even I have also learned with you. Even I am also new to this, and I have learned with you, and I hope this session is very informative, and there is much more mistakes, such that you will be having understanding regarding where actually the mistake is. So if I have done the mistake, then you have to find where actually it is, and please help me for more information. So we can also try mv dot slash slash help. Okay, if you have any mv slash slash help, so that you will be having all the detailed information regarding what actually the information needed. So everything will be there, and we'll be getting all the information regarding help command. Okay, mv dot help, or we can say rm help. So we'll be having all the details. Okay, so this is how actually we can use ourselves documents. Okay, thank you.